Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. How'd you like the new intro there, KFARR?
I enjoyed it. I
needed, like, I was thinking as I was driving home from work today, I'm like, Florida Man is a little too upbeat for what we're about to talk about. I need to have something a little more somber.
Because we're live on a Thursday. You guys know what that means. Anything is possible.
I was going to say, what does that mean? Same rules as always. If you donate $20 or more, we will have a drink. If you donate anything at all, the dogs get a treat. Look at the weird way Ava's laying. Yeah, what are you doing, you weirdo?
My elbow don't bend that way.
Dexter's here. He's just shy today, but
you can see his feet. You can see his feet today.
Oh yeah, I see him there.
Yeah, guys, it has been pointed out already, 3 minutes into the stream, I am not wearing a hat.
Oh, no.
And it's not to prove that I have a full head of hair. It's just because it's hot here, and I'm not turning on my air conditioning for 180-degree day. So
I can assure you guys this was a conscious decision made just before we started the stream, spoken out loud. So
it's hot.
Anyway. So basically, this show's going to be weird because normally, like if KFARR and I are streaming together, like when it's court stuff, he's basically in charge and it's his show and I'm just here. And when it's booze and body cams, I'm basically pressing the buttons. I'm in charge. I know what's going on. And he's just sort of here for the ride. We've never done one like this before. So we're still figuring it out.
To be fair, two of these situations are like super fluid and ongoing.
Yeah. So we have a couple of stories to talk about. The biggest one is Charlie Kirk. We're going to get to that second. But just before we were about to go live, there's something going on in Annapolis. So I thought we should look at that a little bit first, since it is breaking news right now. So let's watch this live now update, and then we can talk about it.
On a breaking news situation that we're monitoring right now out of Annapolis, Maryland, this being there in one of the service academies. You can look at a live picture, a lockdown potentially in place, as this is people with long guns armed at ready. We're getting just some of these images, and I'm not going to lose this image right now, but I'm going to read you a statement coming in from the U.S. Naval Academy saying naval support activity Annapolis, in coordination with local law enforcement, is currently responding to reports of threats made to the Naval Academy. The base is under lockdown out of an abundance of caution. This is a developing situation. We are providing updates as they become available. Please avoid the area until further notice. So you can see there right on the harbor, the ships there, but also people walking down this path. They have a K-9 unit. So very developing right now there in this area. They're asking people to shelter in place, to stay out of the way. And this is concerning, to say the least, just in light of what we've seen in the last several days, several weeks. But you can see they're armed at ready, walking down this path, this high atop there, kind of away from Baltimore, away from Washington, D.C., if you're familiar with the area, on this Naval Academy. And I believe potentially we saw similar situations at different bases recently in recent times. It's hard to keep track of all of what's going on, but this is a very developing story right now. There you can see armed and at ready on this campus, vehicles in place for this. So I'm not exactly sure what they're looking for, who they're looking for, what's going on, what the reports may or may not be. But
this newscaster has not taken a breath the entire time. His mouth is starting to get dry.
And everybody knows the point of news. It's to be like the first person to break the news.
Yeah.
So you jump on without knowing. Clearly, he doesn't know a damn thing. Because he keeps saying that he doesn't. He keeps saying that he doesn't know a damn thing, but he's here watching it, hoping something happens so that he can be the first to break it. So he's just blah 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 blah. He's just got to keep it talking.
Golf Pfizer fund for you?
Hey, it's funny you say that. I was gonna bring my golf clubs upstairs today and put them up here, but then I remembered that I have no room.
We own golf clubs. Neither of us golf. We just own golf clubs.
I enjoy the thought of golf. Like when I go golfing, I'm just like, dang, why don't I do this more often? And because my body's so beat up, I come home and I'm just like, ugh, why does my back and shoulder hurt so bad?
My uncle was an avid golfer, had really nice clubs. Like he would golf all the time. And he gave my husband his old set, which were probably very expensive.
We
never used them.
My golf bag probably cost more than all of my golf clubs because it's like a nice, at the time, it was a nice newer Callaway golf bag.
Gotcha.
But I literally was like, hey, Facebook Marketplace, I need golf clubs going golfing this week. And some guy was selling them for $20 a whole set with an extra like 3 wood that he bought, a bunch of the socks for the top. And I'm just like, yeah, man. And he's like, yeah, I'm getting out of the Navy and I'm moving, so I'm just trying to get rid of them. And I'm like, I'm getting out of the Navy and I'm going to keep them. Here's $20. You have a nice Jeep. See ya.
Legal Fiction thinks we all need a drink. I think for the news stories we're about to cover, a drink is in order. Cheers, KFARR. Cheers, Legal Fiction.
Yeah, today's going to be a bit wonky when it comes to. No. Oh, somebody also said something about what hair dye do I use. You can't see it, but there's like a little like one singular white hair up here, but then it's all down here.
The nice part about being blonde is if you examine my hair up close, I have many, many gray hairs. Can't see them though, because I'm blonde. They blend right in. They blend in. And of course, we still do have visitor pups here. There's this one.
I just think it's hilarious that that's the combination of dogs that they have.
It's weird.
You know what I mean? Like,
it is. It's an odd combination.
Yeah, like
at least
all of my dogs are like, like all of my dogs are like the same size, but then they're like, let's just get a really small boy dog and a large girl dog.
Yes.
Like, let's just throw the norms on their head.
Yep. I didn't even read the super chat. It said, "Oh, I'm sorry, no cap, and this guy has curly hair. I must be in the wrong place." I don't know who this man is. Who's taken over my computer?
I am the Chris Ryder imposter.
I guess let's just see if anything happens. There's a minute and a half left of this. 2 minutes left of this.
You know what would probably be helpful? If you put it on screen so we can all watch it.
Oh, goodness gracious. I'm so sorry.
I'm like, man, she's really getting into it.
They're switching to another story.
That very closely, but as we see this popping up, this was Air Force One. We did see the door open up just briefly. So,
all right, this is garbage news. I don't know what news channel this is garbage.
Well, so Charlie
going on in Annapolis.
Charlie Kirk's casket did just arrive wherever it was arriving.
Arizona.
I don't know if and JD Vance was there to carry it from the plane. Not by himself. But
well, here's the thing is they sent Air Force 2 to Utah, and I think Air Force 2 transported the body for him with Vance. Like, I think they delivered him back to Arizona. So is that what this is about?
Keep an eye on all of these situations going on right now. Gathering. We're going to take it to you in real time. What we see, what we know at this.
Okay, I don't care that President Trump is going to a Yankees game. I just don't care.
Well, I have a. They did a thing for Charlie Kirk at the Yankees game yesterday, which I thought was pretty awesome. But yeah, the Detroit Tigers are playing the Yankees.
Oh.
I'm just the Yankees.
You have far too much hair for Ryder. Yeah, do you have a bald spot right here?
No,
because otherwise
it's all there. For a bald guy hiding my baldness under a hat for the last 5 years, I sure seem to have a lot of hair.
Yeah. All right. Dog treats for everybody. Let's just move on to the main
story.
I just saw that something was and I'll check in as we're going through the show, or you can with what's going on in Annapolis.
Like I said, give you that situation, that situation's super like fluid still, and they're still trying to figure it out. This one's a little more fleshed out, but
24 hours
still,
old.
Yeah, but it's still as fluid can be.
Yes. So I found this 5-minute video. It doesn't show the shooting, but it shows what got me about this whole thing is, first of all, it happened in front of his wife and kids. They were there, by the way. And also it happened in front of college kids. All of these people here, there's 3,000 college age kids, and the trauma that they go through is incredible to me, that somebody would put these kids through this. It's insane. So let's watch this. It gives you good perspective of like where the stage was and where the building was. And I actually have a map pulled up where I'm going to show you guys exactly what all is going on there. But this gives you an idea of the surroundings of where this happened. Oh, in case anybody didn't know, Charlie Kirk got assassinated yesterday. I don't know. I don't think if I mentioned that, but that's what we're going into now. Have you, just real quick before we let this play, have you been to any events like this, KFARR? No.
I don't like people.
Gotcha. I've been to many just because I like to go live stream IRL. Just because people are interesting to me. I like to people watch. And it's electric. Like there's so many emotions. It's something like this. It's kind of like a sports game. You could compare it to a sports game where it's just that electricity in there, where it's just everything's like buzzing, you know? So that's where we're at right now.
This isn't going to show it, right?
It does not. I previewed everything. It does not show it. It does not.
Okay. All right, guys. It's not the video.
But you can see this is where the tent is set up, and it's kind of like a bowl situation. And so there's grass like risers that go up, and the building is off to the right, like behind where this guy's standing. So this building right here, I believe, is the building that the shot was taken from, the top of it.
USA! 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 Are they like restricting you guys up here or what?
Nah, it's too crowded.
It's just there's just so much.
Before we had a flag and we.
Holy. You guys okay? Okay, love you. Be safe. Okay, be safe. Bye. Apparently, there's been a shooting. I don't know who's been shot. We are here live at Utah Valley State University.
So you saw him pan over here to this building. I believe this is the building we're talking about.
Utah Valley State University. I don't know if that was shots or if that was fireworks, to be honest, but.
So it
Good, how are you doing?
Yep.
So from where he is, it seems like the tent that it happened in was like down to his right.
Correct, yeah.
So he doesn't know what just happened because he can't see it.
No, he was up there interviewing people, kind of like I would be doing at an event like this, not even really paying attention to the event itself. I will address memberships and super chats as we go through this while we're paused, but I think I'm not going to stop the videos for him tonight. It's not like a body cam show. You know what I mean? It seems disrespectful, but I appreciate it. I appreciate all the support. It's not that you're unappreciated. It's just that I feel like we're actually covering your KFARR News Network thing. It should be on the screen right now. This is actual news we're covering.
Where are you at, dude? My man's knocked out by the door. I'm like putting treats where he normally is, and he's just not doing anything.
By the way, let us know if you like this sort of
thing. Ben, I haven't seen it. I hope I never do. Don't
See
actively avoid. I'm assuming the actual shooting.
Oh, yes, I have.
Haven't? Don't.
If you haven't, don't.
Yeah,
Don't seek it out for sure.
It's as someone that's like watched. I've watched fucked up shit on the internet. I'm 34 years old. I grew up in the
live leaks.
Live leak days.
Mhm.
I've seen absolutely horrendous things.
Yeah.
And like I said in my video today about it, I can logic my way out of a bunch of feelings, if that makes sense. So like a criminal gets shot by police. You can go, okay, I don't feel for that. You watch two gangbangers shoot each other and you're just like, okay, the world's a better place. You see a crackhead who's a criminal fight with somebody and get killed. Okay, cool. Military and so like situation.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. But then you see like some random guy just get shot for having a conversation. You're just like, oh,
it's tough.
Yeah, I can't logic my way out of that.
Yeah, I think this one, and then I don't know if you remember back in the day where if you watch the beheading video of the like Blackwater dude that got beheaded, Dave was over there at the time, and we didn't know if it was him or not, and that one really got me. And this one really got me for some reason. And I've seen somebody shot in front, like 10 feet away from me in the head. This one got me.
So I wasn't necessarily going to send the kids to school today.
Yeah.
Because they go to a school where it's like a big age range. And a lot of the older kids have phones, and I did not want to have to explain that.
Yeah.
But then today's 9/11, and apparently my child's 3rd grade teacher decided to show the class the planes hitting the towers.
Are you
so I had to like
me?
He's like, I watched 2 planes hit buildings today. And I'm just like,
3rd grade? Why would they do that?
I'm just sitting there and I'm just like, I was 10 when it happened.
But
Mo Taser, I'll address your comment in a second. I don't want to, but I feel like I have to. I was 10 when that happened live. And I had to explain to an 8-year-old what happened, why it happened, and why we've had to waste trillions of dollars killing people who were fucking goats. It was a whole thing, and that I just did not want to do. It's not the conversation I was expecting to have when he came home.
Yeah, I imagine not.
Here's the hate speech people in the chat. He had conversations with people. I can think of 100+ people that are political commentators, politicians. An old presidential candidate was trying to start shit with half the country by calling them a certain name. If those people are still breathing and he's not, like, what kind of world are we living in?
Well, also, I think the reason why this one gets me is because out of all the political commentators, his whole reason for doing this, and there's interviews of him doing this, they say, why are you going to college campuses and doing this? And his answer is because in order for the United States to heal, we have to have tough conversations and we have to hear each other and we have to be respectful to each other. I've never seen him be disrespectful to any of these people that he's talking to or debating with.
I forget the quote, but it was like, when discourse ends, that's when violence begins, or something along those lines. It's just I can count again on both hands and my feet how many people on Twitch are actively calling for like genocide or supporting actual terrorism.
You should see Twitter. You should see Blue Sky as a cesspool.
So I actually talked to KTZed right before the stream because she didn't know about this. I kind of giggled because it was happening. There's a bunch of people that are celebrating his passing.
It's crazy.
And in response to that, instead of taking to the streets like when the criminal George Floyd died and burning places down and stealing things and committing more crime, a certain group of people are now taking down the names of who's making these comments, doxing their entire life and getting them fired from their jobs. And however much it sucks, I've never been happier. like
I don't agree with doxing, no matter who it is. This is like we don't agree on everything. I don't have anybody in my life I agree with 100%. I don't even agree with myself from 10 minutes ago. So
I don't like people who support terrorism.
No.
And in my head, if you support this, you are a terrorism supporter.
Yeah.
And there's this cool oath that I took a long time ago, and it just seems like more and more people are falling under that.
I also watched the video that you mentioned of the kid on the scooter getting beat up. I disagree with that too. More violence is not the answer. Absolutely not.
So what she's talking about is during a vigil for Charlie Kirk, a guy who was okay with what happened to Charlie Kirk was driving through on a scooter, said F Charlie Kirk, and they grabbed him off the scooter and gave him a good old whooping.
But here's the thing. Free speech. The First Amendment is not for speech you agree with or speech that you like. The free speech, the First Amendment is for speech that you hate and speech that you dislike. So because he said words, people were violent towards him. And I can't agree with that no matter what side it's on. I just can't. I can understand why it happened. I can't condone it. You see what I mean? Let's watch the rest of this video. I'll get my thoughts. Get your thoughts together. First, I would have been there kicking his ass too.
I enjoyed it.
I know you did.
Anything that happened?
By the way, I think Mr. Zed enjoyed it too because he was very giddy to show me the video.
I giggled.
Standing right here interviewing people. Hang on. Charlie Kirk got shot. Charlie Kirk has been shot in the neck. This is unconfirmed. This is from my son who was down there right in front of Charlie Kirk. We're going to go down there and see if we can.
I think he's on the balcony of the building he came from.
I forgot who it was.
Across from it. Yeah.
It was another political commentator who was like, oh fuck, I forgot who it was. He's like, I was sitting in my studio in this seat, looked through the glass at my wife who was on the phone, and she looked freaked out. So I stopped for a second and talked to her. His son and daughter were at the event.
Oh,
and they had called, and it's just like, oh.
This guy was separated from his son for a minute too. He was on the balcony interviewing people, and his son was down there, and you don't know what happened.
Parent, that's the worst feeling in the world.
Yeah,
because you can't control it. Now, I'm going to say this, and it's not going to. It's going to be on brand for me. Once they catch this person and torture whatever information out of him, wood chipper, feet first on the slowest setting, streamed live everywhere, I would be okay with that.
Justice. I just want justice.
Yeah. Once we get the names of the people who radicalized him, then we can wood chipper him. And then wood chipper them.
Yes.
A lot of wood chipper. It's going to be busy.
Lind. I don't condone political violence of any kind, none of it.
John, no it's literally that easy. It's that easy.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm getting out of here.
Stay close. You guys up this way. Let's go up that way. Hey! Move that way! Go, guys. Move that way. Go!
I don't know if I would have, if I was live streaming this, if I would have went down and tried to film the puddle of blood personally, but I like that he's giving us a perspective.
These people are way more ballsy than me.
Yeah.
If I was there and this happened and somebody got shot, there were a gunshot and somebody just got hit, I'm out.
Yeah.
And it seems like they're like repopulating the area. And it's like, nah, you boys out.
Although I would much rather get shot than get stabbed, especially after watching the train video. Like, there's no escaping that.
That's
people survive gunshot wounds all the time.
That's why I was such like in a weird spot, is because I watched like her be murdered on the train for simply being in the wrong place at the wrong time with a crazy racist guy.
Yep.
I watched that video and then the next day watched this video. Yeah. And it's one of those things where 15-second video, 10-second videos. So it's not like you just watch it once and then get the gist of it. You watch it a few times and then you're just like,
every angle. There was 20 angles of this. The one up close one, I highly recommend not watching ever, by the way.
Yeah, don't watch the video. And if you do watch it, do not watch any of the slow-mo zoomed in. Just don't.
We're not going to show any of that here tonight, by the way.
No.
Okay, so this building right here. So it's off and a little bit to the left, and he was hit on the left side of his neck. Now, people are saying, "Oh, it must have been a sharpshooter, whatever." I don't think it was, because I talked to my husband, and he knows about this stuff, and he said the fact that it hit him in the neck from that distance, there would be about a 5-inch drop that wasn't accounted for. So they were aiming for his head, and it hit him here.
Out there,
elevation.
I did. Yeah. So, I did see people stealing the hats. No, have you ever? This is going to sound crazy because I know where you're like from. I don't think you did any hunting growing up.
No.
So, my dad, that's like the round we used for hunting was 30-06.
Yeah. It's a deer,
so that's what I grew up shooting from like the age of like 8.
Yeah.
So they were talking about 200 yards. That's not far if you have a rifle. It was like a bolt action rifle with a scope. That's not exactly like this person wasn't a Chris Kyle reborn. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've seen a bunch of people were like, oh, it was a professional sniper. And it's just like,
I don't think so.
I could take a person who's never shot before, give them 5 rounds and say, hey, take 5 rounds to figure it out.
Especially if the rifles it was obviously he was prepared. It was zeroed in, he just didn't account for the distance is all.
Yeah. So Todd, that's the thing. I've kind of been like looking at it the last hour or two. They were supposed to do a press conference about it, but then I think they paused it. I forgot the wording. Because of rapid developments, they put it off.
Well, keep checking to see if that pops up.
Yeah, apparently they said they may have the name of the person, but in the grand scheme, like everybody thought they had the guy yesterday, and turns out it wasn't the guy. So,
yeah.
Safety team is here. I just heard them say the active shooter, Charlie Kirk, has been shot. Charlie Kirk got hit, is what the security detail just said.
Okay. Hold on a second. I was wrong. I was pointing to the wrong building. No, go back more. Okay, it's this building right here. It's the top of this one, all the way in the back, next in between the speaker and the tree. That's the building.
Hey, he's out. He's out. He made it out. He's fine. He's out. He made it out. My son here told me
he's either been hit in the neck or the chest.
Yeah,
I've heard mostly the neck, but I've heard chest a couple times.
I talked to one of the officers. He said he got hit hard. I just pray it's in his shoulder.
Yeah.
Jeez. That's almost like it was set up because the second speaker was the one talking about guns. And then the next thing you know,
Yeah, that must be.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think he was. All right,
Yeah,
can we
that-
pause it real quick?
Yeah, I'll just mute it.
So, Mo Taser, blacktails are on like my list of things that I want to eventually shoot and eat. We only have whitetails here, but a bunch of people are saying it might be a trans person. That is a rumor that I've seen. I don't want to like speculate too much because there was like a weird Twitter post.
Yeah.
From someone there that was like, "Oh, stay tuned for tomorrow. Something big's gonna happen." But like, that could just be a dumb college kid who made a post and then like, oh shit, somebody got shot and they're trying to pin it on that person. Because
Yeah.
at this point, I think we can all agree, because this happened, there's a ton of people who just like want
Attention?
like on the flip side, like the people who want this to like end or like to be done, they want a suspect. They want the name of a suspect, a picture of a suspect, so that they can focus on that person. And right now it's just like there's nobody to hate on, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I understand. All right.
I was standing about the third level back, so probably 50 feet from Charlie. I heard a shot, which took my attention away from Charlie. It sounded like a higher caliber. It sounded like a higher caliber, like a 9mm. It didn't sound like a 45 or anything, but I don't know. It didn't sound that deep to me, but I don't think that Charlie can survive this unless the EMTs were close. And it was pretty, I mean, rated R level kind of stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's scary, like
It's terrifying.
it freaks everyone out. Like it just ruins the whole experience for everyone. Like I don't know.
To be fair,
Like, come on, bro.
All right, everybody, you need to leave.
To be fair.
I feel like shooting the person you're there to watch talk would probably put a damper on the event. I think
Brought
we can
down the
all
mood
agree.
a little bit. Yeah.
So Mo Taser, you said you haven't watched these videos yet. So there's also something that was reported by, I think, the Wall Street Journal first, earlier today.
Stephen
that-
Crowder reported it first, and then the Wall Street Journal confirmed it.
Yeah. Okay. So it was basically, they said they found the weapon, they found ammo, and on the ammo was pro-trans, anti-fascist.
They got Antifa and pro-trans rhetoric
So they're not
engraved in
they're
the
not
bullets.
yeah, they're not making these statements that it maybe was a trans person like out of left field.
$10 from the Pizza King. I don't know which is worse, the people rejoicing in his murder or the people using his murder to call for mass execution of all Democrats. So much ugliness on social media. I'm staying off for a bit. Yes, I was fighting demons today, trying to keep my joy when I was on Twitter researching these stories for you guys. Just fighting demons.
Yeah, like turns out, I know this is going to come as a shock to you guys, but perfect. That sounds great. I'll eat some. She got Wingstop and
Oh,
yeah, she just texted me. How you doing? Forgot what I was going to say. Oh, it's going to sound crazy. There's a bunch of Democrats that are like old grandmas. I don't think very many old grandmas had the skill or want to required to have anything to do with this. So for the people calling for like Democrats to be rounded up internment camp style for this is wild.
yeah.
My granny had nothing to do with this. Like,
Wait a second. We can see here. This is where the stage was set up. And thank goodness, right behind there, his car was parked. His people's cars were parked. So they were able to get him out of there immediately. And if you turn directly back this way, this building with like that looks like there's steps right here is the building. And I made us a little, how do I pull that up? Presentations. Yes. I did a little work today and my lights went out. So you can see it was 142 yards or 130 meters from where the stage was to this roof where the shooter was located. And the reason I know that that's where the shooter was is because there was a video showing the crime scene tape, like a drone video, and that's the rooftop where this photo was taken, was from that building.
I know he's not like he was a political commentator, but the fact that the school couldn't keep a random roof secure, like y'all just let people go on your roof just like on a random Wednesday.
I think I heard a report that there was only 6 police officers present and then whatever security he brought with him. So it was not well secured at all. Somebody was asking me how many yards. I wrote it down in this. 142 yards, 130 meters.
That isn't. I could teach my 8-year-old son, my 8-year-old son who's never shot a gun before. I could get him to shoot 142 yards with a gun that's got a scope on it.
Yeah. Right now, they're looking for this person here. As he's a person of interest at this moment. I don't know that he's the shooter. I know they want to talk to this guy. That's all I personally know right now.
They were trying to put this picture next to the person who made those tweets. I don't know if they're still called tweets now that it's X. I don't know what that would be, but they're trying to like put this picture and that picture to get like next to each other and be like, oh, it's the same person.
Yeah.
They would have had to have a lot of work done to make them the same person.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me zoom in on this because this is interesting. I
That's
found this picture, which is from the rooftop to like you can see the the crime scene tape or the the evidence markers. Hold on, I zoomed in too far.
They're not moving, they're prone.
Mm-hmm.
Charlie wasn't walking around, and he's 6'5".
Yeah. Yeah, he was sitting stationary under this tent right here.
That's 200 yards wouldn't be a crazy shot. 142 yards is any hunter between the ages of 6 and 95 could make that shot.
Especially with a bolt 100%. Action. It's bolt action is much easier to aim and shoot.
Literally a gun specifically produced for not like an assassination, but like for this specific person or like this specific purpose to shoot a mile long range and be accurate.
Yeah. Let's watch the news conference. And then just tell me or just start talking and I'll pause it if you want to talk. But this is the most recent information that we have. I believe it's the most recent one, unless something came up in the last, how long have we been? 38 minutes? Before we do that, since we haven't started yet, let's pass out some dog biscuits. Matt Todd renewed his membership.
So Matt Todd and Mo Taser are in the chat going after each other. Like I got nothing for you guys at this point.
Special report.
Good morning. I'm Diane Macedo. We're coming on the air because authorities are holding a briefing about the shooting death of conservative activist Charlie Kirk. Kirk was shot and killed in front of thousands of people during an event at Utah Valley University. The shooter is still on the loose, and authorities say they're searching for a lone gunman who fired a single shot from more than 100 yards from where Kirk was sitting at the time. And those officials now are giving us an update on the investigation. Let's listen.
Good morning. I am Bo Mason, Commissioner for the Utah Department of Public Safety. I'd be remiss if we didn't start off today and recognize the significance of the day. Historically, on 9/11, law enforcement has come together as a group to recognize and honor those that sacrificed to preserve the ideals of this country, the freedoms of this country. And instead, we find ourselves today hunting a murderer who chose to violate our rights, the rights of an individual within this country. Just to recap yesterday's events, At around 12:20 p.m., political influencer Charlie Kirk was at Utah Valley University participating in a student-sponsored event with Turning Point USA. Charlie was shot at that event. He was transported to a local hospital where he later passed. Last night, his body was moved to the state office of the medical examiner. We will continue to facilitate movements to get him home today and with his family. Yesterday, during the investigative process, we located a couple of persons of interest. We interviewed those individuals, and after releasing them and after clearing them of being suspects, they face scrutiny, they face threats. We asked the public to be patient with the investigative process. These individuals were not suspects, they were people of interest. We ask that you do not impose into those people and that investigative process. They don't deserve that harassment for being subject to that. I'd like to thank all the investigators that are involved in this. They have worked around the clock. All day yesterday, through the night last night, investigators from the State Bureau of Investigations, from county, from city agencies, the university, our federal partners with the FBI, the ATF, and many others. Those are just a few of the people that we have involved in this. I'd like to thank all of them for their strong work. Through all that work last night, we were able to make a few breakthroughs. We were able to track the movements of the shooter. Starting at 11:52 a.m., the subject arrived on campus, shortly away from campus. We have tracked his movements onto the campus, through the stairwells, up to the roof, across the roof to a shooting location. After the shooting, we were able to track his movements as he moved to the other side of the building, jumped off of the building, and fled off of the campus and into a neighborhood. Our investigators have worked through those neighborhoods, contacting anybody they can with doorbell cameras, witnesses, and have thoroughly worked through those communities, trying to identify any leads. We do have good video footage of this individual. We are not going to release that at this time. We are working through some technologies and some ways to identify this individual. If we are unsuccessful, we will reach out to you as the media and we will push that publicly to help us identify them. But we are confident in our abilities right now, and we would like to move forward in a manner that keeps everyone safe and moves this process appropriately.
All right, so I'm going to pause it right there. What I wanted to say is it's the amount of time it took him to dig them, not just one person, but them to dig through all of the videos. There had to be probably hundreds of people filming there. There had to be thousands of hours of CCTV footage they tracked exactly when he came in, what halls he went down, like they have him from the moment he got on campus to the moment he left, which is incredible work. They must have been there all night doing that.
Probably. Mo Taser, you're not muted. Nobody's muted. Nobody's blocked. Nobody's muted. Nobody's timed out. Everybody's good. So Chuck for $5. I don't think anyone expected an armed attack, and security was geared for a physical attack. 1,000%. If you remember a few years ago, it was actually Crowder was at one of the Antifa, I'm just going to call anything Antifa related riots because they're terrorists. What was his assistant's name then? What was it, like Not Gay Jared?
Oh yeah, Not Gay Jared. I forgot about that.
They put a hat on him and sent him into the Antifa ranks, and they were trying to arm him up with crap from their trunk, like bats, machetes, and shit. Mm-hmm. It's just I don't think anybody expected.
Which, by the way, Crowder is way more controversial than Charlie Kirk was. Just knew his views and was very articulate on presenting his views to an audience. He was powerful because people listened to him, and he was changing minds, and they needed to take him out.
Oh, yeah, it's just weird. And yes, guys, we're eventually going to move to other things because a bunch of things did happen
Yeah, this is the last thing I have, I think, on. Oh, I have a couple other things, but yeah, we have other things coming up too. It's not all lists tonight.
I was kind of brain broken to learn, because I think me and Mr. Zed were on the same page where we thought it was like 200 yards, and it turned out it's only 140 whatever yards.
Yeah. What is happening in your house right now?
Benson is just like whining, like he's a gigantic Doberman that's just whining. Like, what are you doing?
Last night I communicated with Erica. The family's devastated. As a commissioner of public safety, as a father, as a husband, I can only imagine what that family's going through. The heinous event that happened yesterday is not Utah. This is not what we're known for. Over the past several weeks, we've seen this state come together to help families in mourning, come together as a community to show what Utah is known for a state of character, of service, of camaraderie, of a neighboring feel. We will not stand for what happened yesterday. We are exhausting every lead. We have every officer invested in this, every investigator, every local agency.
That's what Mr. Zed said as well. He doesn't think a pro would have missed. So that's the consensus of the person that I trust to tell me about what's going on with guns. So
the outpouring of support from the law enforcement community has been astounding. We are investing everything we have into this, and we will catch this individual. Having walked through the crime scene, through the hallways of this school, through the classrooms, I can't imagine what the people on scene felt as well. A horrific event where some of them barricaded in classrooms, some of them ran in fear. Can't overstate the tragedy and the horrific event that yesterday was, and how we will work to bring to justice the actions of one individual or any other individuals that assisted in that. Our state has gone through a lot, and we will come out successful. With that, I'll turn the time over to Special Agent Bowles in charge.
Good morning. My name is Robert Bowles, and I am the Special Agent in charge of the Salt Lake Field Office. Following yesterday's tragic shooting of Charlie Kirk, FBI agents have been working around the clock in coordination with our law enforcement partners. We are and will continue to work nonstop until we find the person that has committed this heinous crime and find out why they did it. This morning I can tell you that we have recovered what we believe is the weapon that was used in yesterday's shooting. It is a high-powered bolt-action rifle. That rifle was recovered in a wooded area where the shooter had fled. The FBI laboratory will be analyzing this weapon. Investigators have also collected footwear impression, a palm print, and forearm imprints for analysis. Now, I understand there are a lot of questions about motive. I assure you that all leads, tips are being fully investigated. As of this morning, we have received more than 130 tips. We thank the community for that. The FBI has brought every resource to bear, and we will continue to do so throughout the course of this investigation. The FBI's mission is to protect the American people. It's to uphold the Constitution of the United States. Any attack on the First Amendment is an attack on the very foundation of our democracy. That is why we will relentlessly pursue this case and the shooter until we find him. We also continue to grieve with the family and the community. It's our community. If you have any video or images from the shooting, we ask you to please submit them to our digital media tip website at www.fbi.gov/Utah Valley Shooting. You can also call the FBI at 1-800-CALL-FBI. We truly rely on the public's help in these types of cases, and no tip is too small or insignificant. Thank you.
All right, let's pause and talk about the evidence. They have so much evidence. I am confident that they know who this person is by now because this was this morning. But they have a palm print, a footprint, fingerprints. There's probably DNA on the bullets and the weapons. They have video of the minute he got onto campus, the minute he left. I wanted to show you guys. They said he escaped through, or he jumped off the building and went and left his gun in a wooded area. This is the building right here. This gray roof right here. He was on the top level near this vent, like this vent right here.
We can't see anything.
Oh my goodness. Dag nabbit. Thank you for. It's because it's Legal Fiction's fault. He made me drink 2 shots right at the beginning of the show. Okay, so this gray building right here, this vent, is where he was, and he jumped off the building, and the only wooded area that I could think it would be is like in here, because they said he dumped the weapon in a wooded area and then went into a neighborhood. This is the closest neighborhood right here, but if you look here, it's not.
We see FBI video.
Heck, nabbit.
I'm sitting there. I'm like, I'm waiting for it.
Oh. Did you hear Dave laughing from the other room? Did you hear him? So the only wooded area that I could see, it's not very wooded here at all.
No.
Let me go back and tell you.
Well, from what
it's
I don't know if it was at this
building.
This is the only woods. This video or the video that you showed earlier. The woods didn't look like much. It looked like the woods were like next to a house.
Yeah. It's like a strip of woods in the neighborhood. You can see the houses right here. I assume this is the neighborhood he escaped into because that's literally the only neighborhood that's right here.
Yeah. And I don't think the shooter expected God, it's Legal Fiction. I don't think the shooter was expecting them to find that gun like today.
Immediately. They found it immediately. Legal Fiction.
He was like, oh, I'll put it in this woods. They're not going to look in the woods right away. They're going to be trying to find me getting away. And they'll find it in a day or two or like next week. And by that point, I'll be in fucking Canada or something. You know what I'm saying?
This is a full one. It came out fast. Thank you, Legal Fiction. Cheers. Maybe you need to run the show from now on. I'm obviously incompetent.
Kisker, you're 1000% correct. That is a wooded area for a city slicker who's never been to the real woods. That is 1000% accurate.
Charmed forever. Thank you so much for the $2 super chat. We're doling out some milk bones. There's ow. Xena 2 is gone, so I'm not losing my fingers, and now the little one is biting my fingers, which doesn't hurt as bad, by the way.
Ghost Man, I think this was a guy who is an amateur that thought he had a good plan.
Yeah.
And well, to be fair, it kind of seems like he's just winging it and just getting really lucky.
Yeah. All right. Where was I? There we go. I need to check like what's on the screen instead of just looking at my screen is what I really need to do.
Yeah, because you're describing a wooded area in a neighborhood, and I'm just like, I'm seeing a man in a suit.
That guy does not look wooded. Oh, they're just taking questions. We'll move on to the next. I wanted to show this video because you can actually see this is from the perspective of the food court that's across like the walkway from the building that the shooter was on. And this camera pans and you can see the shooter standing on the roof and then laying down. And it's just a couple of second long video. So 14 seconds. Do you see this little thing sticking up off the top of this roof? That's the shooter.
And again, I don't want to be like that guy because no one really knows how they would react in this situation. But like, obviously I have to, if Joe Rogan can hire ex-Navy SEALs to be his security, I'm assuming Charlie Kirk's not grabbing angry vets who were like cooks in the Navy to be his security. If you see a guy who's not supposed to be on a roof, lay down on a roof, I'm going to be like,
hey, Charlie, get in the car for a minute.
Yeah, man. Like,
we'll come back.
Yeah, Charlie's going to take a piss break. He'll be right back.
Yeah. All right, 14 seconds. You can see him start to run.
I've never seen this view before.
Oh.
I've seen angles of him looking like a lump on the top.
Yeah.
Like laying down.
Well, the lump video, I'm like, is that a vent or is that a person? You couldn't tell. You really couldn't tell. This one, you can tell this is a person moving, you know?
Yeah, a person in a coat running away.
Yeah. Yep.
Like that's an undeniable person running away.
Yep. And I think this is possibly the last Charlie Kirk thing. We were talking about this earlier. The Wall Street Journal reported the ammunition in Kirk shooting was engraved with transgender and anti-fascist ideologies. And I was going to pull up the whole Wall Street Journal article, but they wanted $2. And I normally would give them the $2, but I know myself well enough to know that I will never remember to unsubscribe from that. I will be paying $2 for the rest of my life.
That $2 will turn into $147 this time next year, and you're like, shit.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Can we go back for a second to that screenshot? So this is the only reason I'm like iffy about it is so you said Steven Crowder reported it first.
He did,
and then the Wall Street Journal picked it up, and then like a few other, like I think the Independent may have picked it up, but not a lot of people are reporting on it.
Here's the thing. If it was only Steven Crowder that reported it, I wasn't even going to bring it up. Yeah. But I assume the Wall Street Journal would have vetted this. Not that Steven Crowder wouldn't have. Yeah. I just don't want to use him as a source for something like this, you know?
Yeah, I just wanted to point out that like some people were saying some stuff in the chat, and it's just like some people are reporting it and other people are not reporting it whatsoever. So it's just in my head, this is even still up in the air.
Yeah, absolutely. And from what I understand from Steven Crowder is he had somebody who was with the ATF, I want to say, who's involved in the investigation, send him like some sort of internal memo.
Yeah. Unless the ATF has walked this back already, there's no official source for this. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, unless Kash Patel flies to my home and hands me the documents and been like, yeah, this is what happened, I'm going to be like on the fence. That's why when people were doing the like, oh, this person said something on Twitter and then something happened.
MC Dilligaff is asking how much ammo was found. I want to say it was 4 rounds.
Yeah,
total.
It wasn't much. It wasn't much, but
yeah. So yeah, not much at all. I don't know why I had this page pulled up. It's just my Twitter page. So I guess we'll just skip to the next story. Is there anything you wanted to talk about Charlie Kirk before we move on? I just think it's very sad. You know,
I don't know how accurate the reporting is because again, I don't have access to everyone's bank account, but it seems like everybody is coming out of the woodwork to like financially support his kids and his wife. I've seen a bunch. This is where it's kind of getting sketchy. Apparently, a bunch of NFL players are like, "Don't worry about anything for the kids.
Oh wow,
we've got it covered." Like college funds, shit like that. Like, but again, I'm not those NFL players, so I don't have access to their bank accounts to see if they actually did anything or if it's just like a.
I know I saw GoFundMe this morning for his wife, and it was up to like $100,000, which in the scheme of things is not a lot of money. He probably made that in a month. You know what I mean? It's like a month's pay for him. It's just also sad. What I wanted to say is that it's incredibly sad to me. And I think the reason why this one hit me different is because he's a Christian and he spoke Christian values and he spread the word of God at every opportunity that he had. And he was not out to, like, people are calling him all sorts of names. They're calling him a Nazi and a racist and all this stuff. But he was, if you actually listen to him and not just listen to the people talking about him, he wasn't. He didn't say those things that they're saying that he said or that he was. So his whole goal was to bring people together. Anyway, that's where I would. That's what I want to see too. Is that like I have friends who are of all political spectrums, from far right to far left, and I love all of them. And there's always common ground to be found. What are you doing?
I'm in my random. I'm in my random thing of my box of random ammunition.
Oh, just find a 308.
Funny story. It was a 30-06, was it not?
Oh, yes, it was. Sorry.
So, funny story. Because this random box of ammunition is kind of like my brain, where it's just filled with useless shit. I have an entire box of 30-06 ammunition. Somebody was saying it's small to engrave.
It's not.
It's not the smallest, and like,
I mean, I have a watch that's engraved. That's way like the area on it is way smaller than that.
It's so weird that like, so this is a 40 caliber round, and that's so it's like, it's not the smallest thing, and I'm very proud of myself for randomly keeping this box of ammunition that I have no gun to shoot. But yeah, for random shit, that's so funny story. At the last house, Skylar's grandfather apparently had a 30-06. So we found this ammunition, couldn't find the gun.
Oh.
I looked in the attic, the basement, the walls, the garage, couldn't
Somebody's
find it.
Gonna be like remodeling that house and come across a rifle.
Yeah, so I was just like, I guess I'll keep this in case.
Yeah.
And now we got a good example just for this stream.
That's what it was for the whole time. Yeah. So you want to talk about Charlotte a little bit? Or did you have any closing remarks?
Oh, my Lord, Charlotte. It's another one where if you haven't watched the video.
No, and the thing that I pulled up, the news story I pulled up shows parts of the video. It doesn't show the thing, though.
I wouldn't even show that because it.
Well, it's not.
Terrifying.
It's actual, like, from the local news. It's not anything.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, she literally left a warring country to come to America. She worked at a pizza place, got on a bus, and some crazy racist stabbed her. And before people say, oh, he was just crazy, he wasn't a racist, he was literally getting off the bus saying, I got that white girl, I got that white girl. Yeah. So it's like, it seems like that was racially motivated. She was just in the wrong place at the wrong time for a guy who should have been in prison for the rest of his life.
Yeah. I was going to say something. I'm going to not say the thing that popped into my head.
Good.
It's just before 10 p.m. on August 22nd, and 34-year-old DeCarlos Brown Jr. is seated on a Charlotte light rail train. Several other people are around him. According to officials, a few minutes later, the train doors open, and 23-year-old Irina Zarutska gets on and takes a seat in front of Brown. She's wearing what appears to be a work uniform, AirPods, and looking at her phone. But then, the unthinkable happens. You see Brown pull out what officials say was a pocket knife. He unfolds it, then stands up behind Zarutska. What we aren't showing you is the moment where Brown then stabs Zarutska several times and walks away. Here you can see Brown trying to get off the train, and then a few people spring into action, attempting to save Zarutska. She would die from her injuries. Meanwhile, Brown, who has removed his hoodie, waits for the train to stop. And then you see him exit.
Officials say it appears that Brown and Zarutska did not know each other, and a motive for the stabbing remains under investigation. According to court documents, Brown has a criminal history dating back to 2011, including robbery with a dangerous weapon and other offenses. Brown is charged with first-degree murder.
All right, so that's Irina.
Welcome report.
Okay, sorry. Next door, I have autoplay on apparently.
I covered that video, or like I made a video on that incident because at the rate we're looking at Booze and Body Cam, I felt like I was like required to Motaser. I can see you still. I was going to respond with Marco, but then you basically said Marco. So Test, I can see you. I covered this and I didn't want to cover it. And the more I looked into it, the more and more angry I got.
The thing that angered me is the judge in one of his previous cases was on the board of directors of a halfway house that she ordered him to go to. So I think I texted you when I found this out, like, you got to follow the money. This judge does not need to be a judge. She's padding her wallet. I don't know how somebody can get away with that. And the justice system is broken and we need to fix it. He was arrested 15 times for various different things, by the way, previous to this happening. 15 times. He spent,
my whole thing
was, this is just from my brain, but I want to say he's out of 15 times, he only spent 6 years in prison.
So I think it was 14 times, and I believe all of the time he actually like did was for one incident. I want to say it was like armed robbery or something like that.
Yeah.
And then he immediately got out and beat his sister.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Motaser. I could see everything, and then you just kind of like disappeared for a second. I think YouTube may have eaten your comments. What am I trying to say? Misuse of 911. If somebody tells you that they are being controlled by man-made substances in their body,
oh yeah,
you should probably have somewhere to keep them, whether it's jail, prison, werewolf turning chamber somewhere. Like, if anyone says that,
we lost KFARR. Let's see if we can get him back. I think we need to get KFARR a new computer, guys.
Mid-sentence. No, that's it's just like dipping out for no reason. He needs to be put somewhere. If you say that and you're not joking, or you're not like trying to like mess it, like, put him somewhere.
Yeah.
Because in reality, he's probably got some random mental illness. He doesn't need to be around people. He needs to be heavily medicated. And shocker, he probably wasn't heavily medicated. Or
I'm hoping
to take his medicine.
And I don't know anything about politics or any of this stuff, but I'm hoping all the money that we're saving by having all of these useless government employees not pushing pencils around their desk, making $100,000 a year. All of that money we're saving, hopefully we can invest it in mental health care for just the general public. I think that would solve our homeless problem. I think that would solve our crime problem, our homelessness problem. I think the government supporting mental illness care for people who can't afford it would go a long way in solving a lot of problems.
What's it called? ND14. It says make asylums great again. Yes, I've been pitching that since like we started Booze and Body Cam.
Same.
So, okay. Some people are saying that she is a magistrate judge that doesn't have a degree.
Yeah.
I can assure you I believe it was like from North Carolina.
Well, magistrate judges don't have to have, I don't know if they have to have a degree at all, but I know they don't have to be lawyers. They don't have to have passed the bar.
She's good to go. I believe when I looked it up, because somebody said something and I had to like correct the record. I can look it up again, but I'm pretty sure she's like a bar card carrying person.
Okay. I didn't know that. Learned something new. You saw a video angle you hadn't seen before. I learned that she actually did pass the bar. So anything else about Irina? It's just so sad because she escaped a war-torn country trying to better herself, working her way up, worked at a pizza place, didn't say, oh, that job's not good enough for me, and then that happened.
Sorry,
yes, share this instead.
I don't like to type things, so I Oh, apparently this source said she doesn't have a law degree.
That's what I had heard. Yeah, that she didn't have a law degree. But then again, like it's so hard to tell these days. I don't trust any of the media. None of them. I don't trust any of them.
Same thing with the transgender scribbling on the rounds. Unless Kash Patel flies to my house in one of them black helicopters and lands in my backyard and hands me a file and says, "Here, this is what's going on." Even then, I would go, all right. Yeah. Like,
Yo Mama's asking if we have the video. We've seen the videos. We're not playing it on our show. If you want to seek out those videos, you're welcome to do so on your own time. I don't need to see that again, and I don't want to scar anybody. I just want to talk about it. I don't want to watch it.
I can't do that to myself again. Yeah. So, all right. So here we go with this. So I dug a little bit deeper. It seems that Magistrate Judge Teresa Stokes has a Juris Doctorate degree from Western Michigan University Cooley Law School.
Okay.
But she's not a licensed attorney in North Carolina.
Gotcha.
So it's like, oh God, it's so weird because it's like, yes, but no. Some people are making it seem like she walked out of high school and was just like, I'm going to be a magistrate judge now.
Yeah. No, that's not the case. She's has some sort of education, but having book smart does not mean you're smart. It does not gain you any wisdom.
Especially if you may not be familiar with dealing with crazy people.
Yeah. Next story is about Auburn University. Did you want to take the lead on this one? You're the one that brought this one to my attention.
Did I?
The professor walking her dog. We can watch the video.
Okay, so yeah, this happened. I totally forgot about this because so much of this happened.
This is the first story that happened that you told me about, and then Irina happened, and then
do you know why I don't remember this story? Because there's not a video of it like everything else.
Oh, it's not burned into your brain?
Yeah, it's because, exactly. So this is another case of if I remember correctly, like I said, I've had a long stretched out week. This retired Auburn professor was like walking her dog and got like hacked up. Another one that was just like at random.
Yeah. All right, let's watch.
Alabama police arrested Harold Rashad Dabney III over the weekend. Police say that they got a call on Saturday of a deceased person in a wooded section of park near the college campus. Authorities believe Dr. Julie Garshunali was attacked, possibly with a knife. Let's go live to CBS News correspondent Katie Weiss in Auburn. Katie, what happened in the suspect's arraignment?
Well, just within the last couple of hours, Liz, we are learning that prosecutors are actually now seeking the death penalty in this case. The suspect accused in this homicide is 28-year-old Harold Rashad Dabney of Montgomery, Alabama. He's not been granted bond for those 2 capital murder charges that he's facing. And this is really an incident that has so many people in that Auburn, Alabama community just totally shocked at what happened. Police say that Dabney ambushed the retired Auburn University professor, 59-year-old Julie Garshunali, and while she was walking her dog at a dog park. Now, police say Dabney dragged her into nearby woods at the park and stabbed her several times with a bladed object. Investigators say he then stole her red pickup truck, an F-150, to flee the scene. And the truck was found later abandoned just a few miles away from there. And that's actually how he was apprehended. Police got a call about a suspicious person in that area nearby where he dumped the truck, allegedly. Now, it's unclear at this time if those 2 people knew each other, if Dabney knew Schnueli. Now, take a look at where this happened. We have a map for you. This happened in broad daylight on a Saturday afternoon around 2 p.m. at Kiesel Park in Auburn, Alabama, just about 6 miles away from where the university is actually located. Now, according to our CBS affiliate in the community, WRBL, the park is actually a popular green space where a lot of people like to go. It's normally very peaceful and quiet, a nice place to let your dog stretch your legs. We are told that fortunately her dog was not injured, but so many people mourning what they're calling just a tremendous loss and senseless. Liz?
Truly. And Katie, what's the university saying about all this?
Sure. So she was actually a professor emerita at Auburn. And so while she had been retired since 2021, she was still very much an active member of the community, of the university community. And she was actually specializing.
All right, but send it to me in the private chat. And
You want me to break it down for you? It'll take 2 seconds.
Yeah.
From the website I just found, no credible threat at Naval Academy. Governor's office.
So we will not be circling that back to that story.
Apparently, it was long story short, a midshipman who was thrown out of the academy, made anonymous threats through social media using an IP address in an attempt to make it seem like there was that he was at the academy. One person is injured, but apparently they got hurt clearing the building.
Oh.
And that was from 32 minutes ago from a Baltimore news network. So,
all right.
Thank God. Thank God.
In veterinary sciences, she was known for her research into managing and preventing diseases in cattle. That's according to her biography online. Now, Auburn did release a statement to us today that reads in part, quote, Dr. Garge Noelli's legacy of compassion, scholarship, and service will continue to inspire generations of veterinarians. And I think that does continue to stand true. I actually saw online many people posting about the legacy that she'll leave behind. I did also ask Auburn University for an interview today, but their spokesman tells us, understandably, just not quite ready to do that just yet. Very much still shooken up over all of this and just how absurd and random this all appears to be. Now today, flowers lined the fence at the entrance of that dog park where this crime took place. And I'll just leave you with one quote, Liz, from one of her former students who says that she was, quote, an amazing person and role model who, quote, exemplifies who we should all strive to be: humble, kind, gracious, caring, and selfless, Liz.
She sounds like a remarkable woman. Katie Weiss, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Katie Weiss. I appreciate that. Yeah, that was just walking your dog at a dog park, no less. Not even like somewhere she wasn't.
No, John asked which Baltimore news network, and then I commented or made the comment, and then realized that John was in your chat and couldn't see my comment.
Oh, gotcha.
It's WBall-TV, if that narrows it down for anyone.
Seemed like a nice lady, walking her dog. The dog wasn't hurt, so I guess that's
Imagine retiring. Imagine retiring as a professor from what was a veterinary school.
Yeah, and she just retired like a couple of years ago.
You're walking your dog in broad daylight, and then some random guy kills you for no reason.
Yeah.
After we've watched a bunch of people kill other people for no reason. We should just line them up. This guy, the Charlotte guy, the Charlie Kirk guy, and just wood chipper all of them on TV.
That's a lot. You're gonna have to sharpen the wood chipper blades in between.
Okay. I think we could get some donations of brand new wood chippers. They can get their own wood chipper.
All right. Share this instead. I'll actually put it on the screen this time.
Oh, is this the new one that we? Okay.
No, that's next. Okay. That's this one.
Yeah.
Just because on a normal day, this would have had mass coverage. There was a school shooting in Colorado yesterday. Nobody heard about it because Charlie Kirk was assassinated. But I did want to just bring it up because of the way I reacted to it. And the way I reacted to it was like, oh, another school shooting, and then just went on with whatever I was doing, which is insane to me in reflection. And when I spent some time in like introspective time, I'm like, why did I blow this off? There were children shot at a school, but it happened so much that it's crazy. The world we live in right now.
I have a very, very, very particular common sense opinion on school shootings. And it seems like some people don't want to get with the program. Why are we not making schools like hard targets? If children are our futures, there are thousands and thousands and thousands of veterans who would love to be posted up at a school to protect kids.
Well, and the other thing, instead of schools being a gun-free zone, if teachers were allowed to conceal carry, if they were qualified and did whatever they need to do, they don't have to. We're not going to make anybody carry a gun who doesn't want to, but these school shooters need to know that they don't know who's armed and who isn't, because not knowing who's armed and who isn't stops a lot of crimes. Thank you very much, KBot Video, for the wood chipper blade sharpening fund and puppy treats. Thank you.
So we actually had that comment, and then I think it was John, but I have to go back and find it, made a very good point. Wait, why sharpen the blades of the wood chipper? And I'm just like,
we'll make them rusty instead. Fine.
And then Kisker said that I'm the Oprah of wood chippers. You get a wood chipper and you get a wood chipper. Yes, I'll take that title. I'll get a name tag.
Wait, my camera keeps getting blurry? That's not good. Oh, man. I don't know what to do about my camera. But yeah, it's not a bad camera. No, I don't know what's wrong with it.
Gets out of focus like every 3 seconds. But no, we should just be making. Yeah, Mo Taser. I'm also that's my sports channel. I'm just using another account to watch it on my phone so I can comment because I can't comment up here. Yes, just make schools hard targets. Like, it seems like obviously easier said than done. But if I believe in this case it was like a high school student that did the shooting. If a high school student sees 2 slightly chubby veterans with giant beards carrying, I'm assuming we'll just go with AR-15s, they're not going to go, yeah, I got this. They're going to be like, I'm going to go home. Yeah. I'm going to go home. It's fine. Like, maybe it's just me overthinking it, or maybe not overthinking it enough, but it just seems like a really, really, really simple thing to fix, especially at more like elementary schools, middle schools, where kids aren't like, oh, I'm going to skip school and go out the back door and then leave it open so I can go out on my smoke break.
Yeah. All right, let's watch this news story. Whoa, that's very quiet.
Yeah.
New details in the deadly Colorado shooting that sent several students to the hospital.
All fire departments respond on an active assailant.
A flurry of 911 calls poured in Wednesday just after noon from Evergreen High School. Students there in a panic, seen on this Ring camera video taken next door, running away, desperate for help.
I know these people.
I was scared and I felt like sick because I was worried.
Police say the suspect, a male student, opened fire with a revolver handgun, shooting a pair of students in front of others. Both of them rushed to the hospital in critical condition.
A revolver? I wasn't expecting that.
Did they say his age specifically, or did they just say a student?
I think
I feel that. If you are carrying your great-great-granddad's revolver,
yeah,
and you walk up on two veterans with AR, you're going to immediately go, I'm just going to go to class. It's fine. I'm just going to put the gun back. I'm going to go to class. This isn't... He was 16. So yeah, if a 16-year-old kid who's probably has no experience necessarily doing anything required to successfully do this, if he sees anybody out there that could possibly, I don't know, return fire, he's going to just put it back in the lockbox.
If he has a revolver, what?
Yeah, like that's not exactly my ideal weapon, but I mean, like, to each their own.
Yeah.
Like, if this was the 1880s, sure, let's do this.
I think I do. I own a revolver that I think I've shot once. It's not my ideal carry weapon. Let's just put it that
exactly.
way.
So it's probably
it's very pretty.
You're like, yeah,
that's very pretty.
So my next gun that I want some sort of lever action rifle, or shotgun. Neither of which would be like this is the greatest gun ever. I just want a lever action rifle because reasons. So that I can shoot dinosaurs like Chris Pratt. That's it.
The third student with unknown injuries.
Two patients with CPR, need another ambulance to all of them.
This is the scariest thing you could ever think that could happen. They don't know if our suspect is old enough to even drive.
Hundreds of officers racing to the scene. Authorities say they found the suspect had suffered a self-inflicted gunshot wound. He was pronounced dead at the hospital hours later. Investigators now searching his home and locker, looking for clues as to why this happened. Parents shaken, lining up to reunite with their children at a nearby school.
I'm incredibly blessed that I get to hug Brenner tonight and put him to bed and see him wake up tomorrow. Not every parent is that lucky.
And we are in Jefferson County, Colorado. This is the same county where 26 years ago, the Columbine school shooting massacre happened. Of course, at the time, that was considered unthinkable. The incident here at Evergreen is one of hundreds of American school shootings that have happened since Columbine. Guys.
So sickening. Okay, Trevor, thanks very much.
Holy cow, that mom almost made me cry. Just her voice shaking and cracking almost got me. I don't have waterproof. I really need to invest in waterproof mascara after the couple of days we've had.
For random Thursday streams. I just It's just when you go, this is gonna sound crazy. Of all the things that are going on in schools right now, you would think one of their main priorities would be keeping students safe. If I am sending 3 of my 5 children to school, you should probably be keeping them safe.
Yeah.
Like,
absolutely.
Let's instead of having 4 jungle gyms, let's only have 2 and pay for some security.
Yep. So I guess we're going to end the show in Texas tonight, which is unusual because we usually end up in Florida or Wisconsin.
So this one, a few people I remember were talking about it at the beginning of chat. Yeah. And I'm just thinking to myself, I'm not even going to look it up. That's a video or topic for a different day. And then somebody else brought it up. So then I looked it up and I'm just like, fuck.
We gotta.
Yeah. Like we have to cover this next one.
Yeah. So I haven't watched this yet. I just heard about it in chat and I pulled this up. So I'm going to learn about it with you all right now. Let's see what happened in Texas today. I think it was today.
A highly visible murder at an East Dallas motel.
The victim was beheaded outside the building. Fox 4 Stephen Dial is live on this investigation. Stephen?
Steve, still very limited information. We do know a suspect is in custody, but we don't know what that motive was leading up to him allegedly beheading a man. It was a gruesome scene Wednesday morning at the downtown suites on Samuel Boulevard off I-30. Dallas police found a man who was beheaded laying in front of a motel room door.
I can't wait to go home and tell my husband I want to pack up and move.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah.
I really do.
You live around here?
I do. I live right up the street.
Brianna Irwin was getting gas next door when investigators arrived. Police got the call around 9:30 this morning. They would not confirm the gruesome extent of the injuries, which were obvious in video we are not showing.
I just want to point out the look of this motel. It doesn't look like anywhere I would want to stay, is all I'm saying.
if you've ever been to Michigan and you're going through like the Wayne, like Inkster on Michigan Ave type motels, we've got miles of this exact thing, just both sides.
It seems like the type of motel where the innkeeper would be behind bulletproof glass and might not give you change for a $5 bill.
So I know what video you're talking about. We've actually covered that one. Yeah, no, these are like the motels that Broken System, Broken Trust stays at for extended periods of time.
Lives in, yeah.
Yeah.
Video we are not showing. Investigators will only say that the victim was stabbed multiple times with an edged object. They would also not say what the murder weapon was.
Even though he was armed with a bladed weapon, the officers showed tremendous restraint and used minimal force to apprehend him.
The suspect was arrested down the street at a second.
That chief or whoever the correspondent for the police was, basically what I'll translate for you guys. They saw what this guy did to this other guy and they wanted to kick his ass, but they didn't because they're good cops. That's what he just said right there. That was a very nice way of putting it.
Force to apprehend him.
The suspect was arrested.
I didn't go back far enough.
Weapon. The officers showed tremendous restraint and used minimal force to apprehend him.
Yeah.
The suspect was arrested down the street at a second location.
Our officers were proactively patrolling the area and responded quickly to take the violent criminal into custody.
The victim was not identified, and it's not clear if the victim and suspect knew each other.
Criminal justice will come swiftly to this man. No doubt in my mind that justice will be served, as much justice as we can possibly get from a horrible crime like this.
We are still waiting more information about that suspect and if he has any prior criminal history. Our Peyton Yeager is following up on this story. She has video of that arrest that happened, and the man was seen wearing a t-shirt with a lot of blood on it. Again, that arrest happened shortly after the gruesome murder.
Stephen Dial, live tonight. Thank you.
It seems like the same issue.
It seems like I don't even know how to word this properly.
Actually, we can be done. That's enough.
Oh, that's it. Okay.
Yeah.
After doing Booze and Body Cam, happiest channel on YouTube. Yeah. After watching Booze and Body Cam and covering what I cover, I have a very, very, very easy time being pro death penalty. And it's just like, you have those rare, like, movie. I don't think I could rent a wood chipper from Home Depot. I think they would notice if 4 bodies just went through it.
Not if you also rent a pressure washer.
I have a pressure washer. No, like, you have those moments where, like, let's take the movie Rambo. I think it's like the last Rambo movie where something happened to somebody in his family and he went off and unalived a bunch of cartel people.
Yeah.
Or like, you know, back in the day, you'd put somebody's head on a pike at your front gate to be like, don't do what they did or this will happen to you. I have a problem with people that behead other people being alive where I'm at, if that makes sense.
I get it. That's understandable.
I feel like that's not a crazy take.
No,
you beheaded someone for no reason? Oh, they wouldn't give you change? Okay. Yeah, that's not a good reason to behead someone. Oh, you randomly stabbed a random person you never talked to and was only on the bus for 4 minutes? You stabbed them to death? Yeah, I don't want you around my kids or my neighbors or my neighborhood. You can just be gone, wood chipper.
I think what all of the stories that we covered tonight have in common is that mental illness is being left untreated in this country, and it's dangerous to the rest of us.
Yeah. You can be completely fine, even if you are, turns out there's a bunch of medications that you could take that will make you a bit more normal. And it seems as if even if you're doing that, you're still at risk of a crazy person doing something to you at random.
Yeah. she just sat down. She didn't even look at him. She didn't even make eye contact. She just sat down on the bench in front of him. That was her crime.
Yeah, she did what more than likely everybody who's ever been alive has done. You are in your work uniform, you're tired from a day at work, you sit down, put your head down and just go.
It's 10 o'clock at night. She was probably working all day,
And 999 times out of 1,000, you sitting on the bus in your uniform, taking a deep breath and looking at your phone, maybe catching up on like, oh, my mom called me. I should probably call her back when I get back to the house. And then you randomly just get stabbed because.
Yeah. And I think what prompted us to do this show today is that because of social media and the internet being so prevalent in everyone's life, we were witnesses to these things. To half of the stories we covered tonight, we could see it happening in real time. On Twitter, on all of the social media platforms. Some social media platforms worse videos than others. I don't suggest scrolling Twitter in the next few days.
Like I said, if you haven't seen the bus video in Charlotte or the Charlie Kirk video, don't.
No. I guess that's it.
That's it.
Let us know if you liked I did a poll in my chat. 84% of the people said yes, they like this sort of content. Not for every time, obviously, just every once in a while when there's stuff going on.
I'm ready for Booze and Body Cam tomorrow. That's
yes.
I'm ready for a random drunk person fighting the cops, getting arrested.
Yes, it was that's definitely tomorrow will be way more lighthearted, and I think the fact that we did this today and we covered these things will help us make that swing to like last night's show. I don't know if it was for you, but it felt off to me because all of the things that were happening all at once.
I wanted to laugh. I wanted to have a good time, but like I said, so some people were making me feel slightly off for thinking this. I didn't sleep last night, not because I loved Charlie Kirk.
No,
but because I do this for like a job. So I'm always Facebook, X, Twitch, YouTube, whatever, TikTok. And he's a viral guy. So without a doubt, I'm coming across his content like every day.
Yeah.
So it's like I hear his voice all the time because I'm just scrolling through on like different screens.
Yeah.
and then after it happened, I realized that he's 3 years younger than me. And has kids the exact same age as me.
Yeah, it hits close to home.
Hit me. Yeah, that's what I told people. It's like, it's not that I'm like, love this guy. Like, I disagreed with a lot of stuff that he said, agreed with a lot of stuff he said.
Yeah.
But when a father, 31's pretty young, a young father will never get to watch his kids grow up.
Yeah.
His young kids are probably going to be asking his mom for the next 2 years, when is daddy coming home? When is daddy coming home? And that's the part that killed me because I'm like, these kids have no idea what just happened.
His kids are so that they're not going to remember him. They're going to see pictures of him. And that's in videos, and that's how they'll know. They won't actually remember him, which is just crushing to think about.
They're going to be asking, when's daddy coming home? When's daddy coming home? I miss daddy. And then it's just like, that's what hit me because it's just like, I couldn't imagine having that with my children where my kids are just never going to see me again because some guy didn't like that I was having conversations. And then we had this conversation. I cover some of those people that don't want you to talk about things and they support. Obviously we don't know where this guy is on or where the shooter is. I cover people who love the guys who've been calling for political violence for the last decade. And it's just like,
we cover people who celebrated the United Healthcare CEO being murdered, celebrated it, danced in the streets, made AI music about it. It's crazy to celebrate violence. Anybody who's celebrating violence to me is a vile human who does not deserve my time or energy.
And News Now Enemy, and it's also 9/11 today.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's
on
a lot.
top of everything, on top of everything
it's
doing
a
that,
lot.
I had to explain to a 9-year-old what 9/11 was because his teacher showed him in class today. And it's like,
you would think they would give you a heads up when you were picking them up or something. Like you would think they would give you a heads
describing
up.
it to me, and I'm just like, he's describing 9/11.
Yeah.
And I'm like, did you watch a video? And he's like, yeah, we watched the video of planes hitting these 2 towers. And I'm just like, well, it wasn't the 2 towers Lord of the Rings movie. I don't remember planes being there, so it's got to be. I was like, so I had to sit him down and just like, this is what happened. This was the cause.
Yeah.
And then we've been turning people into cave dwellers ever since.
If they want to have that as part of the curriculum, they really should warn the parents and let the parents decide, because that's very young to learn.
Like I said, I wasn't going to send them to school today after everything that happened yesterday. I really wish I would have just kept them home so I could have just not had that conversation.
Yeah, if I was in your shoes, I would have a talk with the principal about warning parents that if they want to keep their kids home from school on this day, this is what we're going to be talking about, whatever it is. Like parents deserve a heads up on something like that. You know?
Yeah. Chuck says, have you had some freaks come to your home? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I've had 2 felons
mm-hmm.
come to my home. I've had a criminal dox my address and pictures of my home, pictures of my kids.
As recently as yesterday.
I currently have 1 creepy person talking inappropriately about my 2-year-old daughter. They can get the wood chipper too. I don't care at this point, but it's just like so unnecessary.
Luckily, they can't find me because I don't want to have to take up a collection to bail my husband out of prison. So.
No, yeah, they can find me. It'll just turn out the same way the last time. They'll run from me. Yeah, especially this time if somebody special shows up to my home.
You showed we covered the people showing up on together when we covered when people showed up at Nick Fuentes' house. We showed the video of people showing up at your house as well. And you showed so much restraint. I am so proud of you because I don't think the same situation would happen if people showed up here. I just really cannot picture the restraint happening in this household. Not by me. I'm peaceful.
How to explain this? I was given the okay to go to jail that day. Mm-hmm. By my owner. I was given the okay, but then I'm just thinking to myself, if I picked a 4-foot tall crackhead with missing teeth up and dropped him on his head and accidentally made him no longer breathing, I enjoy seeing my children. And that crackhead is not necessarily worth it for me.
Definitely not worth it.
If he would have signed a contract, 1000%, I would have dropped him on his head like that day. Yeah. But I didn't find him worth it. And seeing as how his felon friend was so scared he wouldn't get out of his truck made me feel a little bit better about my life.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm not even only worried about my husband. I have very good neighbors that love us very much. So even if Mr. Zed wasn't home.
I thought you were going to say you're worried about your dogs catching something after they bite him.
Oh, yeah. That would be, I'd have to get some vaccinations after that.
Somehow got AIDS.
Yeah. But yeah, even when Mr. Zed is not here, if he's at work or he travels for work sometimes or whatever, I have very good neighbors who are all very, very armed, very much armed, like a super lot. We live in rural Georgia, so lots of ammo around here. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Shoot, I got so much ammo. I don't even have guns for the ammo that I have. Just prove that on stream. I got all types of shotgun shells, 12 gauge, 20 gauge, 410. I have none of those things.
I'm sure there's some ammo in my house for guns that I don't own somewhere. I'm sure in the safe there's just boxes of ammunition that was on sale. So,
Yeah. Well, shoot,
all right, I guess
the ammo that's in that box is probably older than I am.
That's it. That's stream. We will be back here tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern for a normal episode of just booze and body cams. We're going to laugh at dumb criminals. We're probably going to see some drunk people going to jail. It'll be a hoot. I tell you, a hoot.
Much funner than this one.
Yes.
Maybe not as informational, but much more giggle friendly.
Yeah. Have a good night, everybody. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Get out from